What would make some good?
Well, maybe I wanted them up.
That's the play today, yes.
Lanyards. So put your bid number as big as you can on your bid paddle. Even if you don't think you're going to bid on anything, that's okay. Because we're going to take a photograph here in a minute. We have a very talented photographer with us, and we're going to take a photograph. So we want everybody's number on those bid paddles for our good friends at the Courtyard by Marriott in Palo Alto, Los Altos. That's just a little bit of housekeeping. And then as soon as everybody gets, is everybody doing that? I see some tables that don't look very busy. So as soon as everybody has their numbers written down on the paddles, we're going to raise them up in the air and we're going to get that photograph, and then we're going to do something super fun. And then I can promise you that my portion of the evening is going to fly by because we're going to go super, super fast. So let's do that right now. Everybody put your paddle in the air with the numbers on it. Keep it up as high as you can. Wave it around if you want. It doesn't matter. He's got all the latest and greatest camera photography equipment that money can buy. And then all of our folks, now everybody put them down and put them back up if this is your very first time supporting us. Thank you so much for being here. Give them a round of applause. These are new. They didn't have to be here. Okay, that's it. That's all I have. No, we're going to play a game right now, and it's to just warm up to fundraising. Later, I'll ask for a lot of money. Right now, I'm asking for $20, $20, and we're going to play a game, and hopefully we'll do it as a whole group, everybody together. When you put your number in the air now, you're saying, I'm going to give you $20 to play this fantastic game that we're going to play in a second. If you want to treat your whole table, then you're going to hold your bid paddle up, and you're going to go like this, and I'm going to call out the whole table. You get $20 a person. If it's just you, mom and dad, you just want the two of you or something, just, two fingers, I'll know, hey, that's two. The ladies are going to record who's playing for a $20 donation, and I promise you whoever wins is going to love their prize. So put your paddles in the air if you're going to play a game called Heads and Tails with me, and keep them up until I call you. When I call you, you can put them down. 140 is in for $20. 265 is in for $20. 163 is in for $20. And put 140 in again. They're going to play each of them. Okay. He's 140 also. Are you guys together? Well, you are now. We'll see how the rest of the yeah. All right. 152 is going to play. 137 is going to play. 202 is going to play, and the whole table's in. 151 is going to play for 1. And 102 is going to play for 1. And 134 is going to play for 1. And thank you, 228 is going to play for 1. 166 is in for 1. 260 is 2. And 133 is 1. And 129 is 2. And 171 is 1, but 122 is 2, and 174 is 1, and 168 is 2, and 120 is 2, and 124 is 1. 207 is 2, 253 is 1, 110, I like your style. He's got a smiley face in the 0. That's what you get when you make your own numbers, right? 110 is in for 1, 181 is in for 1, 112 is in for 1, 264 is going to play for 1, and 1 Oh, you're the best. James is treating the whole table, ladies. Put your cards down. 159 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you for that. And 269 is going to play for 1. 121 is going to play for 1. And 101 is going to treat the whole table. Thank you, 101. Put 101 down for 6. 267 is 1. Oh, nope. Sorry, 267 is 2. 213 is 1. 250 is 1. 154, Paul is in. And anybody else want to play a game called Heads and Tails? What we're going to do is we're going to put both our hands, we're going to stand up as a group. We're going to put both our hands on our heads, or we're going to put both our hands on our tails. I don't know why people laugh at that. That's what we do. All right, but it's funny. And then I'm going to flip a coin, and then half the crowd's going to sit down. You'll hear them all collectively, oh, they're out. They lose. They don't get a chance to win. But then you can switch, or you can stay the same, and by 5 or 6 flips, we should have a winner in this room. So, anybody change their mind and want to play Heads and Tails? Okay. We've got a good group playing. You don't need your bid paddles now. Leave your bid paddles on your table. Stand up if you're playing Heads or Tails, and put both your hands on your head or both your hands on your tails. Yes, sir, it has to be your own tail. Jeez. Goodness sakes. All right. So I'm looking around, I see heads, tails, heads, tails, tails, heads, tails, 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 heads. Everybody look around and make sure that everybody's doing it right. You gotta have both hands. Sir, you look like you're doing the Macarena. It's one or the other. Okay. All right, here we go. Now remember, when I flip the coin, what I see, those folks are going to sit down, okay? All right, here we go. Heads must sit down. See, I told you, just like I played the game before. All right, the heads are down, and the tails, now, tails you have to decide. Do I stay tails? It was lucky the first time, or like this gentleman, you switch to heads and you go the 50-50 deal. All right, do it now, heads or tails. I got a couple, three, about half maybe half the room is switched. That's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Heads or tails? Heads, sit down. That was the wrong time. That was the wrong time to change. Tails are still standing. Heads are down. Now we're down to, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Looks like about 20 of you. All right. Now we're going to try heads. Okay, a lot. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another heads. All right. Heads or tails. Here we go. Crowd that's not playing. How many people that are seated think the heads have a chance here? And how many people think the tails are going to win? I don't know if that influences it at all, Jim. All right, here we go. Heads or tails? Heads must sit down. Hey, this is a legit U.S. Mint deal right here. I'm just telling you. I call them. Ruth, you can check them for me. All right. Now, ladies, gentlemen, there are still tails. You need to decide. Do you want to switch now? This has been, what, 3, 4 in a row, I think? You're going to stay tails? Tails, 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 tails. 2 have switched to heads. Tails, tails. 3 have switched to heads. And here we go. Let's see what happens.
That says heads.
Heads must sit down. He wants to see the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in agreement. All right, now, this is what? Heads have to sit down, yeah. Tails are staying, tails. Now, listen, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players that have stayed tails the whole time. I don't think they want to switch. Anybody going to be heads? Jim takes one for the team. You could be a winner right now, Jim. He's a winner in your book. All right. Anybody want to follow and ride Jim's wave? All right, here we go. Well, I didn't plan on that. You see it? Well, we have to flip again, right? Well, we have to flip it and catch it. We can't. This is a first-class operation here. Now you get to say. Now these sit down.
Oh, these sit down?
Yeah.
Is that the tail?
Yes, that's-
Okay, that's the tail.
Tail, sit down. Jim is a winner, fair and square, and announced by Lynette. Jim, last year we gave away an all expenses paid trip to the Super 6 Motel in Fresno in August. No, this year, Jim, you are taking home a beautiful bottle of Camus to enjoy. Congratulations, Jim. That's spectacular. All right, how many people had fun playing even though they didn't win? We're going to do it again next year. So we're just going to get started with our live auction right now. If that's okay with everybody else, we're going to start the live auction right now. All right, here we go. So much to remember. We have really great prizes, folks, so... Speaking of great wine, we've got the Ridge Montebello Tasting for 6. Now, it's not just a tasting for 6. Dottie handed me these two beautiful bottles that are on the table up here. That's the 2013. So I immediately started doing the research on my cell phone. Goodness sakes almighty, these are about top 1% of the wine in the world on that table right there. Beautiful, beautiful opportunity. So somebody open them up and bid, but we'll start low because this is our first item. We want to warm up together. Who would buy this tasting and the wine for $100? If you don't have your card in the air, I should tell you, even if you don't like the wine, everybody else that you invited over would, and you couldn't buy one bottle for twice that. I promise you that. So I have $100 in, and now 2. At $200 here, get a bit 3, and $300 here, get a bit 1,000. Got it. No, just kidding. $400. I have $400, and now 5. At $500, I'm going to give it a 5. At 400, 5's here, I would too, Jim. $600, I'm going to give it away at 6. I've got $500 bid. I'm going to give it away at $600. At 5, it would have been 600. If that's it, I'm going to sell them the wine, the tasting, the everything for $500 to our winner. $500 in, give it away. The final call for $600 going once, twice, and I have sold it to Jim at $500. What's your number, Jim? 166. Put it on 166. All right, we'll make sure we get that right. All right, folks, how many people here have seen Beach Blanket Babylon at least once in their life? Keep your hands up in the air, because if you're at their table, look around at how many people have been able to take part of this iconic San Francisco experience. If you've not yet done this, nudge the person with their arm in the air and ask them, this is the last chance. For years, you've been able to go at your leisure. No more. This is the last chance to see them. Beach Blanket Babylon closes. It closes this year. So this is the last chance. You've got, and by the way, the committee went way out and got the best seats in the house. These are really fantastic seats. So you're not going to be up in the bleachers where I was when I had to watch it. You're going to be, this is in North Beach. How many seats? 2 seats, but that's important because you have 2 nights at the Donatello Hotel, which is just walking distance over to the theater. And that's a beautiful place to stay. Again, just for those people who haven't been, how many people are familiar with Donatello in San Francisco? Another icon. They're not closing. They're staying open. But Beach Blanket is done. This is the end of the deal for them. So here we go. Somebody give it up and bid. And start it where you like. And take it, how to give it away. Who bid $100 here? Get a bit 2. 200s here, get a bit 3s here, get a bit 4s here. At 4s here, get a bit 5s here, get a bit 6 here. At 600's okay. Now 7. At $700, I'm going to give it away. With 2 nights in San Francisco, $700, I'm going to give it 7, yeah. And now $800, I'm going to give it $800. I don't think you could stay at the Super 6 in San Francisco for $800, but I had to give it away. What are you going to do? And this includes the tickets, $800. I'm going to give it $800. If everybody's good at $700, we're going to the bank. $700, I'm going to give it $800 in time. And now 9. At $900, but I give it a 9, but a 9, but a 9, but a 9, you can't really put a price on memories, Liz. I have $800 here, $900 going once, $900 going twice, $900 if everybody's happy. I'm going to give it $800 just to how to give it in the lead, and I'm sold it out. $800. You're going to Beach Blanket Babylon 137, number 137. And Now we step it up. Keep on keeping on. This is the wonderful wine cellar winter dinner, and the pictures, the photographs are great, and I appreciate everybody that took them and put them up here. But it's not doing any justice as good as they are to as beautiful that cellar. That cellar, by the way, your taste buds are going to think they died and went to heaven. Diane Claypool creates the gourmet culinary expedition, if you will. It is a total seasonal farm to cellar kind of an evening for you. And then all of the wines are hand selected by Gerald, who is here somewhere. And if you know Gerald, then you will know he will forget more about wine than most of us will ever learn. So you're in really great hands there. Each one hand selected to go with the pairing. It's a beautiful night. And then, of course, if you've never seen Debbie Meredith's wine cellar, well, that's 8 of you are going to be able to see it. If you're at a table and you love each other, talk to each other and say, hey, let's chip in and you bid, one person bid, and then see if you can be competitive against other tables that are bidding, because this is a phenomenal opportunity. And then try this too. If you're doing this, one person's going to do the bidding, right? So if you want to communicate, like, go ahead and hit it again, then put your knee against the bidder's knee, right? And just tap that knee, and that says, yeah, go, hit it again, until you win, right? And if you tap that knee and that person doesn't bid, then try the person on the other side and see if they'll bid for you and you win there. Somebody up and bid. Who'll start this one for $250? At $250 is right here. I'll take $500 is right here. And now $750 is in the lead. And now $1,000. I'm going to give it a $1,000. It's for 8 of you. I'm going to give it a $1,000. $1,000. You'll drink more wine than that, I'm sure. At $1,250, I'm going to give it a $1,000. $1,250. At $1,250, $50, bid. I'm going to give it away now $1,500. At $1,500 bid, I'm going to give it a $1,500. I got 15 in time. And now $1,750. At $1,750, got it. Now 2. At $1,750, I'm going to give it a 2. At $1,750, I'm going to give it a 2. What are you going to do? He's $1,750. He wants to go 2. At $2,000, I'm going to give it away at $2,000. I got $1,750 here. Get up at $2,000. At $1,750, how's it going to look? I'm drinking your wine. At $1,750, I'm going to give it away at $2,000. 2's in now. 22. At 22, 2. But I'm going to give it away at 22. And now I'm going to give it away. Dennis, don't get mad. Just get even. At 22. That's about 22. That's about 22. 2. But I'm going to give it away. I would too. Now 25. At 25. At 5. I'm going to give it a 25. At 25. At 5. Anybody else can jump in anytime. The more you donate, the better you'll enjoy the meal. At 25. At 5. I'm going to give it at 25. At 25. At 5. I'm going to give it a 25. This is going to give it away. Be the final call. I've got 22 in. At some about $2,500. I'm going to give it a 1 time. What timeout's been called on the field?
That's for how many?
8 people. I'm glad you asked that question because I knew the answer. So but I'm going to give it away. I got 22. Now we'll go in smaller steps. 22's in. Somebody want to go $2,300 going once? $2,300 I'm going to get going twice? $2,300. You don't want to lose a dinner like this for $100. At $2,300 I'm going to give it. You win, Soda, right here. Dennis, $2,200. $262. And Sam, 202. All right, maybe we'll do the bid numbers before we drink next. No, just kidding. All right, here we go. Folks, when you woke up this morning, I'm quite certain that the first thought on your mind wasn't, gee, I hope at the fundraiser tonight I get a chance to win a trip to Africa. But if you've never been to Africa, this is real deal. This is not African in Santa Rosa. This is Africa, okay? This is 6 days and 6 nights in South Africa in the Zulu Nyala Gaming Lodge for two people. It's wonderful accommodations. It's we're not shooting anything except cameras, right? So this is an important thing to note because somebody in here is going to win. And if you're thinking, oh, this might be one of those deals where you get in to do the tour and see all the animals that you're going to be all cramped in. They told me you get the Range Rover, the open top Range Rover. You get the whole row. The reason you want the whole row is if you're going going to take pictures, there's stuff on both sides. So you're not going to be shooting over somebody like me where head's going to be in the window or something. This is beautiful. You can stand up and take it. There's no top. So first night, great. You get there. The next morning, they wake you up with tribal songs and dance and coffee and croissant. This is like 6 a.m. in the morning. That's when you want to get out and see everything, right? Sun's coming up. So you think, okay, that's great, but when am I going to eat? When you get to where you're going, they have this table that's like from here to the end of the room. It's an ancient wooden table under this huge, gigantic tree, and that's the epicenter of where all the animals are. It's where they filmed a bunch of films, but it's
Out of Africa.
not Butch Cassidy, I promise. But see there the giraffe, the zebra, lion, elephant, kudu, rhinoceros, everything. I don't want to overdo this, but there are people in the room who have been to Africa. Can you just raise your hand if you're at a table and you've been to Africa, in case somebody wants to ask you? I am told this is a bucket list, life-changing experience. It's not like, going to Mexico or Hawaii, which is a great, relaxing vacation. This is a life-changing thing. So I congratulate whoever wins in advance, and I can tell you, they tell me the breakfast there, by the way, is so gourmet and so epic and so huge that you will forget about dinners. But the dinners are there too. So somebody put them up in bed. Who'll go for $1,000 to Africa? I'm going to give it a $1,000 here. Give it a $2. At $2,000, I'm going to give it a $2, but a $2, but I'm going to give it $2,000s here. You bid at the same time as $2,250, okay? $2,250. Now $25's here. Now $2,750. At $2,750, but I'm going to give it away. I got $2,500 bid. I'm going to give it a $2,750 bid. $2,750. Yeah, $3,000. You'd pay more in Anaheim. $3,000. Now $3,250. Now $3,250, 50, but I'm going to give it away. You're going to see Star Wars and Mickey Mouse at $3,250. I'm going to get $3,250, $3,250. I got $3,250. Now $3,555. I'm going to give it $5. I got $3,500. I'm going to give it. Keep it alive. $3,250 at $3,500. We're talking about Africa. $3,500. I'm getting chills for you at $3,250. Now $35 at $32. But I'm going to give it 35's new fire here. Now $36 at $3,600. But I'm going to give it away at $36 here. Get up at 7 at $3,700 bid. At $3,700, I'm going to give it a gotta go. At $3,600, at $37, now 8, and now $3,800. You were almost there. At $3,800, I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it a $3,800. It's just standing next to an elephant like that's worth $3,800. At $3,800, here, get it at $39. At $3,900, but I'm going to give it $39.99. But I'm going to give it a $3,900. But I'm going to give it as much coffee as you want. At $3,900, but I'm going to give it a $39. At $3,900, you ever had a lion jump over your Range Rover? At $3,900, but I'm going to give it a $39. Now $39.30. No kidding. The guards that are with you, they're armed, and it's a little bit daunting, but until they tell you, no, they're tranquilizers. I'm at 6 days and 6 nights, and I'm going to give it away. At 38, now 39 to 999, but I never forgot about you. $3,900, but I'm going to give it a 39. At 30, you'll forget about that $100. I'm going to give it when you get over there, I promise. At $3,900, but I'm going to give it $3,900. You'll be probably sitting next to a guy who paid 5 times this to be there. At 30, I'm going to give it away. At 38, 39, 39, now here, going to be $4,000. At the suspense is killing me. At $4,000, but I'm going to give it $4,000. At $4,000, but I'm going to give it $4,000. At $4,000, but I'm going to give it $4. Now $41. At $41, but I'm going to give it $1. At $41, but I'm going to give it $1. Now $41. We're talking about Africa. $4,000 at $4,100, but I'm going to give it $41. At $41, but I'm going to give it $4,100, but I'm going to give it $100. I'm going to give it all in. And $4,100, but I'm going to give it all done. If you don't go now, when are you going to go? At $4,100, but I'm going to give it when they plow it all over. And $4,100 and build apartments. At $4,100, but I'm going to give it $41, but I'm going to give it a $41, but I'm going to give it $4,100. George, I'm going to give it to George of the jungle. I'm going to give it a watch out for that tree. Sold for $4,000. Sold for $4,000. You're going and you're going. Congratulations. 103 gets a trip and 207 gets a trip. And they don't even have to go together. All right, here we go. Hey, this is a great adventure too. I've never done this. This is a seaplane adventure. So you're going to get in a seaplane, take off out of the airport like you normally do, and that seaplane, when it lands, is going to land on the water. Then you're going to land in the water and then coast up to the ground there and have a beautiful picnic. That's amazing. How many people have done this before? There's literally 4 hands went up. In this whole room, 4 people have done this. And you could see they were giggling when they did it. This is exciting, isn't it? It's good fun. All right, who'll start it? Somebody get $100. At $100 here, get up at $200s here, get up at $300s here, get up at $400s where? At $400, somebody give it 400. Oh, I'm going to give it away then. At $300, I'm going to give it a 4. It can't be a very good picnic though for only $400. Now 5, it'd have been 5, probably cheese sandwiches. 5's here, get up at $600. At $600, I would too. 7, at 7, but $700. I don't even know if this pays for gas. 700, 7, but 800. $800, it's time to donate. I've got $700 bid, $800. $800, I'm going to give it $800. At $800 here, get up at $900. At 9, but a 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 9. What part of the world is this in? At $900, at $900, there's a lake right around here. 9's here, 1,000's here. Now it's your turn at $1,100. 1100. But I only want you to bid if you're going to take somebody you love with you. $1,100. If you don't love the person you're with, don't even bid. $1,100. I'm going to give it 11. 11's here. Get it at 12. $1,200. I'm going to give it $1,200. At $1,200. I'm going to give it $1,200. At $1,200. I'm going to give it yep. Now 13. And 13 could be a lucky number. $1,300. I'm going to give it a 13. At $1,300, I'm going to give it a it's only money. $1,300. They print more of it every single day. $1,300. I'm going to give it a 13. Congress spends it like it's going out of style. $1,300. I'm going to give it a $1,300 going once. $1,300. I thought you were 12, but I like your style. At $1,300, I'm going to give it a 13. At $1,300, I'm going to give it a $1,300. Go ahead and bid. She's going to bid again anyway. $1,300. I'm going to give it a 13's here. Now you can be 14. At $1,400, I'm going to give it a $1,400. Now 15. See, told you, do it again. $1,500. I'm going to give it a 15. Now 16. At $1,600, I'm going to give it a 16. Oh, she says no. At 15, I'm going to give it a 16. Are you sure? I only have one of these. I can't do this like Africa. I'm going to give it away. I've got 15 in the lane. You want to bid $1,600? I'm going to give it. Are you sure? You were so close to. I'm going to give it away. I pictured you guys landing on the water. A good smooth landing too. $1,600. At $1,600, I wish I had 2 of these. I really do. At $1,500, I'm going to give it away at $1,600 and dime. Folks, on the count of 3, I'd like everybody in the room to say "sold" together. 1, 2, 3. You got it. $1,500. 118. 2 excellent supporters of WomenSV. Now, speaking of WomenSV, this is such an incredible opportunity. Now, I can speak from experience here. I have tried last year's vintage, and it was remarkable. This is something that we're going to do, WomenSV 2017 Syrah, and I'm reading right off of the label. It literally has our gilded cage, and it has the bird flying out of the cage, which is so important to all of us. And a 2017 Syrah made in support of WomenSV Gilded Cage Fundraiser. So the bottle of wine that I hold in my hand is made especially for this event. So I'm just going to auction off the one bottle and see, maybe somebody's willing to go a little higher than you normally would for a bottle of wine because it's got the cage on it and it's just made especially for tonight. Would somebody bid $100 to start? I have $100 here, and now $150, and somebody bid $150. I'm going to give it $150. No, you're still $100. I'm going to give it away. I'm having enough trouble up here. Now I have $150 over here. Now $175. I'm going to give it $175. I'm going to give it $175s here at the same table. Now 2 at $200. I'm going to give it a 2 and 2 1/4 snuck right in. Now $250 at $250. I'm going to give it away. Now I'm going to give it away $250. This is in the price range of the Ridge Montebello pillow that we sold earlier. 275's now in the lead. Now 3 at $300 is over here. Now 325 at 325. It'll be 25. It'll be 25. It'll be give it away. The gentleman's in the lead at $300. Anybody else at 325? Now 350. 350 now 375. 375 75 55. It'll be give it 375 now $400. At $400 bid of 4 1/4 more. At 4 1/4 1/4. Now I'm gonna give it 4 1/4. At $400, I'm gonna give it. You guys got us up here to $400, but. And your generosity is overwhelming, Paul. Take the first one for $104. It's our 4th anniversary. And anybody else that would like one for $104 gets one. And if you want to take 2 home, then let me know just by 2 fingers. But I have 2 here on number 159 for only $104. Who else would like to take a bottle for? I've got number 129, 1 bottle at $104. And anybody else on our 4th anniversary, 197 is going to take one for $104. Anybody else want to take? And number 168, 1 bottle at $104. And is anybody else? I got to come closer to see the number. The pen was running out of ink. 114. Our resident jeweler is going to take a bottle for $104. Anybody else want a very special bottle of wine for just $104? Okay, then got it right here. 174. We'll take the extra 174, the last bottle. Anybody else? Okay, now we'll get back to our regularly scheduled entertainment. All right. I don't think that was quite a case. So if later in the evening you decide you'd like to have one of those bottles at $104, just let them know at checkout and they'll make sure you get. Oh, 207. Write down 207 for $104. Thank you. What's that? You're going to take it to Africa. Great. You'll be the only one there with one. All right. Folks, if you're following along in your catalog, this would be the time when you turn to the center fold, which is our Journey into Light. Just one more special round of applause for our artist that created that very special. 107 is Stay and Play in Monterey, and it's a gorgeous bed and breakfast. You got whale watching included, the Monterey Bay Aquarium is included, dinner and breakfast, and it's for 2 people. And now somebody up and bid. Who bid? Somebody go $100. 100's here, get up at $200. At $200 here, get up at $300. At $300, I'm going to get 3. Bid, I'm going to give it away. 3's here. 350's here. 400's here. 450 over here. At 450, 50. Bid, I'm going to give 450's new fire 5. At $500, 5's here. Get up at 550. At $500, bid, I'm going to give it 50. Now 550's here. 600, okay. 600's here. 650. Now 700. At 7 bid 7 bid 7 7 bid 7 bid 7 bid 750. At 750 50 50. Now 50. I'm going to give it a $50 bid. 750's here. Now $800. I'm going to get $800. But I'm going to give it 850. Now 850's here. Get up at 900, ladies. At 99, but up at 9, but up at 99, but up at 9, but up at 950. Now 950, give it 150. At 950, give it 50. Now 950, give it I'm going to give it 50. I only have one. $900. Give it 950. Sold right here. $900. You're going to Monterey. 120. 108. VIP police escort to school. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? For a child, for a grandchild, for somebody who lives on the street, there isn't anything that will trump this in this kid's life, I'm telling you. So they can take him by police car, or they can take him by police motorcycle escort, right? Pretty cool. So you decide which one you want when you win the bid. Who'll start the bidding on escorting, police escort to school? We'll start it for $100. $100 here, get up at 2. $200 here, get up at 3. $300 here, get up at 4. $400, I'm going to give it 4's here. 5's here. Now 6. $600 here, get up at 7. At $700, I'm going to give it what 7? The 7's a lady now 8. $800, I'm going to give it $800. $800, I'm going to give it $800. And what? And so, but everybody give everybody get $800. Hey, I have $700. But everybody give everybody get $800. But everybody give everybody get everybody get $800. That's 7 but 8, 7 but 8, 7 but everybody get $800. But everybody give everybody the last call. That's 7 but everybody give
Motorcycle or car?
That's 7 but everybody get motorcycle. $700. But everybody give everybody get $800. I was going to say you win and you win, but everybody give it away. I only got one motorcycle. $800. But everybody give it away. 700's in the lead. Anybody else at 750 going once? 750 going twice. $750. But everybody give it. You're the winner for $700. 201 takes the motorcycle. Now I have the car, the police car to auction off. Somebody want to go $100 to have your child escorted? Well, 100's here. And now 200. At $200 in the police car. At $200 here, get it at 3. At $300, everybody give it 3 here, get it at 4. At $400, everybody give it a 4. At $300, bid 4, 4, bid it. You're still my most valuable bidder of all night. At $300, everybody give it a $400, everybody give it away. Sold at $300, $234. And our good friends in blue helped us raise $1,000 tonight. Do we have any first responders in the room tonight? Is there any first responders in the room? Even though they're not here, let's give all of our first responders a huge round of applause. Man, that takes a lot to get out there every day and do what they do for us. All right. Number 9, behind the scenes at Channel 7. I can tell you as I stand in front of you, whoever wins this is going to get a lot more than they think. Dan Ashley is an amazing anchor, but he's even more amazing a person. And you actually get to see your favorite newscasters, cut up in between commercials and stuff like that. It's a really neat experience. Plus, it's dynamic experience if you have somebody in your world that's thinking about a career in television, either on it or behind the scenes or being an anchorman. You see some Bay Area legends up there in those photographs. And somebody up and bid. Who'll start it for $100? At somebody up at 100's here, get up at 2. At $200, how to give everybody get 200. At $200, everybody give everybody how to give everybody how to give everybody get how to give everybody $200. How to give everybody how to give everybody $200 here, get up at 3. I'll go 250. Is that okay? You bid at the same time. 250 now 3. At 3 now 50. At 350 now 4. At $400, everybody give everybody get $400. I've got $350 and we're going to the bank. Anybody else at 400 in time. Now 450. At 450, 50, 50, now 50, now everybody give everybody. You know he's a rock star too, Dan Ashley. At 450, everybody he is. I'm going to give it away. 450 plays in a band. 450 now 5. Now $500. Everybody give it 5. 5. Everybody I'm going to give it 550. Now 5. Everybody give it 50. Now 50. Now 50. Now everybody give it a bomb. Sold. $500. You got it back there. What's your number? 500 to 101, like the highway. Okay. This is not to school. This is the helicopter. This is the Santa Clara County. They call that Star 1. I'm going to tell you just, I do probably 60, upwards of almost 70 benefit auctions a year. And I never sell a helicopter ride with the police department. Before 9/11, once in a while you'd see one of those on an auction, in an auction booklet. This is a real treat. You probably won't get a lot of opportunities like you will on other things at other auctions to ever get a chance to do this. And it is a really exciting opportunity. They'll go right over your house. It's super, super cool. Yeah, they'll buzz things. This is fantastic. If you're scared of that kind of stuff, they'll lay off of it a little bit unless they get a call. Then you're, hang on tight. All right, so somebody up and bid. Who'll start it for $100? $100 here, get up at 2. $200 here, get up at 3. $300, everybody give it. How to give it at 300's a bartender. And now $400 here, get up at 5. At $500, everybody give it. I don't blame you. $500, everybody give it at 5's here, get up at 6. At $600, everybody give it. Give it a 5, up at 6. I've got $500 on it, and now $600. How to give it away? 6's and back in. Now 7. At 7, but 7, but 7, 7, but 7. That's my number 7 right there. At 7, but 7, but $700. At 7, but 7, but 7, 7. Got it. And now $800. Everybody give everybody get $800. $800. I'm going to give everybody get. How to give everybody give everybody give everybody get $800. The best part is at 7, everybody give everybody get $800. Everybody give everybody give everybody give everybody. You get to go home when you're done. $800. Everybody give everybody give everybody get $800. I'm going to give it 8 here. Get it 9. $900. Bit of 9. 9. Bit of 9. Bit of $1,000. Bit everybody give it 1,000 on a bucket list trip. $1,000. Bit everybody give everybody give everybody give everybody give it 1,000. And you know you're in really good hands. $1,000. Bit everybody give it 1,000. Bit everybody give it 1,000. You're still $900, and I'm sold. 159. $900. You got it. Congratulations. We ran out of prizes. That's it. We're gonna show a short video right now, and then we're gonna segue right into the most important thing that we do together as a group in this country club. So please, the short video, and then I'll be joined on stage by Jennifer for a short testimonial. Thank you.
I had a casual physical relationship with somebody, and I ended it, and he got mad. And he proceeded to cause as much pain as he could in any way he could.
I was married to a partner from a very young age, and that partner over time had become more and more controlling, and as time progressed it went from controlling behavior to physical abuse.
My ex-husband was an expert manipulator, and he used his charisma to slander my name.
He started telling people I had borderline personality disorder. I felt that people thought I was crazy and thought I was mentally unstable.
He had trackers on my cars, on my phones. He had full control over the bank account, what was spent on what.
I've had surveillance in my home to where I've been videotaped.
He would yell at me and tell me that I was disgusting to look at and I was worthless. This is just not the man I married.
I felt like my body was about to shut down, and I didn't know if it was going to come back.
Just because we live in a wealthy area of the world, and women are probably more empowered in this area than in most places in the world, there's a lot of women in our community who are having the same experiences that I had.
WomenSV is a nonprofit program, and we work with women who are involved with powerful, wealthy abusers. Our focus and what we want to do is help women understand that they're not alone. It's not their fault. They never deserve to be abused, neither physically nor emotionally. We want to connect them with other people and create a community around them.
It is such an important moment when you first learn about this organization. One of the first things we get is validation. Somebody believes me, somebody gets this. Oh my gosh, there's a whole room full of women to whom I can share a story and they nod knowingly, versus somebody looking at you like you might not be all there.
WomenSV gets it. They understand the technology, they understand all of the aspects of abuse that these type of abusers with power can use. Now I have resources on how to protect my home, how do I protect my phone, how I can protect my email and internet usage, which is huge.
Many people find what survivors have gone through to be unbelievable. So having a place where everybody gets it was freedom. It was a big grassy knoll with the sun shining down, with a picnic blanket, and just having a really good afternoon.
For the first time in well over a decade, I have a voice. I can speak of my experiences. I can speak of what's happened. This is an organization that is invested in my life, in my ability to live a free, happy, normal life.
I'm stronger. I speak up more. I don't feel like a victim. I feel like a recovered person.
I'm able to be present with my family. I'm able to reconnect, and this has been probably the most profound difference in myself is my level of confidence, my level of calmness, my ability to tell my story without being re-traumatized. Those are all things that I couldn't have done without WomenSV.
I thought really no one liked me, and I found out that a lot of people love me, and I didn't know that. And I have this amazing community that shows me love in the way that love is supposed to be shown, and I didn't feel that for 20 years.
WomenSV will change the world. I do believe that with all my heart, because they work relentlessly to find all the answers. And I know that they will not give up until no one ever has to say they're a new domestic violence victim.
I am extremely thankful for WomenSV. Without WomenSV, I don't know where I would be today. I don't know that I would have had the outcome that I've had. I don't know that I would recognize my ability to have choice. I don't know that I would feel empowered, and I don't know that I would have the amount of positive energy to pour into raising my daughter.
Every woman I know who's gone there, you heal. And you heal faster than you think you're going to heal. I want that for every woman who's in my shoes, and I just wish it were available to every woman, everywhere.
Hi, everyone. I want to take a moment to thank every woman who participated in the creation of that video. I was in that video, and it was not an easy thing to create. Going through the journey for someone who's behind a camera can be hard. So thank you for those of you who participated.